You must have seen in the balance sheet on liability side, general reserve, suppose 5,000, reserve fund, suppose 6,000 rupees. Now, what's the difference between general reserve and reserve fund? Actually, when we use the word fund, it means this income or this cash has been invested somewhere. Means this money is invested somewhere. Definitely there will be some investment on the asset side of the balance sheet if you find any fund on the liability side. So sometimes we get the money or donations for fund. What it means? It means you have received the money. You can't keep this money in hard cash with you. You will have to invest somewhere else. For example, this is the receipts and payments account of a cricket club, and on debit side you find donation for prize 10,000 rupees and to interest on prize fund 1,000 rupees. What it means? It means this money is not to be kept in cash in the club. It must be invested outside. And at the footnotes it is written money of prize fund was invested in 10% bonds. It means club got this money, rupees 10,000, and this money was invested somewhere else. And in 10% bonds means the bonds that will give us 10% per annum income to us. One thing more confusing is when was this money received, in the beginning or at the end? We are going to assume that this money was received in the beginning of the year. It means the money was invested in 10% bonds in the beginning of the year. So in the income and expenditure account, you cannot write down anything on credit side because any specific donation cannot be treated as income. It will be capitalized. So on liability side, we'll write down prize fund. One more option is there that you can add to the opening capital because it's a specific thing. So please don't try to add it to the capital or don't try to transfer to the capital account. It should be a separate item. Prize fund 10,000 rupees, and on asset side, because this money has been invested, so on asset side a new investment 10% prize fund investment will be rupees 10,000. And one thing more, we have got 1,000 rupees as interest from the bonds. This is the income related to prize fund. So any income related to fund cannot be treated as income and cannot be taken to the credit side of income and expenditure account. It should be capitalized and it will be added to the prize fund in the inner column rupees 1,000 and in the outer column it will be 11,000 rupees. Let's take one more example. This is the receipts and payments account of a cricket club as on 31st December 2010, and on debit side there is donation for prize rupees 10,000 and to interest on prize fund investment 1,800. Prize fund as on 1st January 2010 was 8,000 rupees, and all donations for prize are invested in 10% bonds. These are the additional information for us. This is the donation for prize. This is the specific donation. You know, specific donations cannot be treated as revenue income. I mean to say, it cannot be taken to the income and expenditure account. This will be treated as capital income. So naturally, it should be added to the capital or it can be kept as a separate item on the liability side of the balance sheet. So I'm going to make balance sheet for 2 years, in the beginning and at the end, 2-column balance sheet. Prize fund on 1st January 2010 was 8,000. You know, prize fund is always shown on the liability side. So prize fund in the beginning was 8,000. And it's clearly instructed that all the monies are invested in investment of 10%. It means there must be one investment that is 10% provident fund investment 8,000 because both are going parallel. So during this year, they have got 10,000 donation for prizes. Naturally, this income will be added to the prize fund, means 8,000 plus 10,000. Moreover, we have got 1,800 interest on investment. Any income related to these funds will be capitalized. It means it will be added to the prize fund. That is 1,800. So naturally, the prize fund at the end will be 8,000 plus 10,000 plus 1,800. That will be 19,800. Now look at the assets. 10% prize fund investments, they were in the beginning rupees 8,000. And because we have received 10,000 rupees, it must be invested again. Now at the end it should be 18,000 rupees. Now we'll discuss about life membership fees. Life membership fees means the fees paid for the whole life. You know, there are some clubs or organizations, they give you two types of offers. For example, you want to join some cricket club and you have got two options. Either you pay 100 rupees per month or pay 5,000 rupees and then after no need to pay anything to the club. It means that 5,000 rupees is the life membership fees. Life membership fees can be treated in two ways. It can be treated as revenue income, it can be treated as capital incomes. Some people believe that it should be revenue income because from the point of view of firm, it comes every year. But from the point of view of the member, they give only one time. So there is always two options. You can treat it as revenue income or capital income. If you treat it as revenue income, then it will be taken to the income and expenditure account credit side. If you decide to capitalize this income, then it's nothing to concern with income and expenditure account. It will be taken to the balance sheet on liability side and will be added to the opening capital. Or you can write it down as a separate item on the liability side. So it depends upon the question. Sometimes question instructs you that it should be treated as capital or revenue income. If the question is silent, then there are so many options before you. If you feel it's a big amount as compared to subscription, you can treat it as capital income. If you feel that it's a small receipt as compared to subscription, then you can treat it as revenue income. But you must write down the note in your question what you are going to treat it.